Hey there everyone, this is Mr. Ledger and I'm going to be talking to you guys today about the basics of using a Mac. Here's a short list of some of the things we'll be touching on. So what we're going to look at are the parallels, the differences and similarities between a Windows desktop and the Mac desktop that we see in front of us here. So getting started, the equivalent of your start menu in my computer would be the Finder application. In the Finder window, just like my computer, you've got all of your different drives, your network shares, your documents folder, and then just like your start menu, there's an applications tab in there showing you all of the applications available on the system. The dock, it's got shortcuts to your most commonly used applications, so it's kind of like pinning things to your taskbar in Windows 7. It shows you what's open as well with these little dots underneath the application that's on. Another striking difference between Apple and Windows are your maximize, minimize and close window controls. On Windows, you'll notice them up here in the right. On Mac, it's basically just flipped the other way around, so you'll see them on your left. Another thing to note is maximize and minimize behavior is slightly different on a Mac. When you minimize a window, it will move itself to the rightmost side of the dock. This can get confusing because in Windows you're used to it minimizing down to the icon in the taskbar. It's slightly different behavior, so keep an eye out for that. Some really important icons over to the right of the screen as well. These are another way of accessing your drives on the computer, just like you would do in Finder. I would say these are way more convenient. You'll probably use them a lot more. The most important ones will be the share, which has your username on it, and that'll have all your documents and things there. Pretty important. But I would say equally as important, if not more important, is the group work area. Reason being, if you're working in a group, you need to store your work in a place that everybody can get to in case someone's ill. If you don't put it in there and someone's away, you will have to start again, which is a real pain. So group work area, please use it, because I don't want you guys to waste any time. Okay, another important share is the shared drive, otherwise known as the Y drive on the Windows machines. Another fairly significant difference between Mac and Windows is how the toolbar along the top works. In Windows, the toolbar is connected to the window pane, whereas in Mac they're separate. And this can cause confusion. I've seen it happen a lot. Because when you minimize a window, the options for that application are still active. So if you're moving between applications quite a bit, like the web browser for research and then back into Pages, just check your toolbars in the right mode before you make any edits, otherwise things can get messy quite quickly. Okay, another significant part of the file menu, or the toolbar, is the Apple button. All these options will stay the same regardless of what app you're in. The most important part of it is the logout option. Another really important point, please don't shut the machines down, especially between lessons. They've been set to turn on and off automatically. So that's your logout button, and then if an application crashes, you can use the force quit menu to close the program if you get in a problem. Another big difference between Mac and Windows is right-click functionality. Now, as standard on a Mac, it doesn't work. You can't bring up these option menus by right-clicking. To be honest, the mouse doesn't even look like it has a secondary button, but it's not the case. The way you enable it is if you go to System Preferences and go to the mouse menu. By default, each side of the mouse is set to primary button, and all you need to do is change the mode of the right half of the mouse to secondary, and that's it. And finally, we've got your system tray equivalent in the top right. You've got your date and time information there. The magnifying glass, aka spotlight, that's the Mac search function. However, on our site, we've chosen to disable it for speed reasons. And you've got your volume control up there as well. So there you go, we've just covered the main differences between a Windows machine and a Mac.